So, some action, satisfaction, interesting stuff going on. Some people running around on the streets of Cardiff. Seen them run by me. Just slowly following this policeman down this alleyway. See if it leads to where an arrest is happening or anything like that. Saw two police, I think they were female police officers, running by at high speed. This guy's got his already got his blue gloves on. Now that would suggest either he's in the middle of doing something with blue gloves on, or they've made an arrest and they're about to do a search. And so the arresting officers maybe will do the search, or maybe they'll call in one of their guys. Now he's heading down towards Whitchurch Road. He's trying to decide which way to go, and he's looking. So it doesn't necessarily mean that they found anyone by this point. But it's interesting to be following on as a police auditor, of course. You know, I do want to get to see what they're up to, and he's trying to maybe take the back alleyways so that he looks a bit distant. Now he's gone onto the road now, so he's no longer on the alleyways, and there you go. There's the one police. So I suppose he's probably at this point searching back alleyways, searching for places where people could hide. Officer, hello? Yeah. Just having a look out the back, seeing if anybody's jumped over, if any ne'er-do-wells are hanging around. What are you responding to, boss? I saw you running by my house. What are you responding to?
Some gent who ran off.
Ah, well, yeah, but what?
Stabbing.
Potential stabbing, do you say?
Yeah.
That's pretty serious if that's the case. Okay. So there was another car going by there. And this police officer is still looking around for stuff. Now at this point, I'm surprised he didn't ask me, to be perfectly honest. Seeing as I know most of the people around this area. But if it is a potential stabbing, he's going from place to place. Now, looking at the backs, it didn't sound like, when the guys ran past me, it didn't sound like it was a potential stabbing. They sounded like they were giggling away, laughing. So if this guy was worth his salt, he'd be asking me a question or two as well while he's walking. Why not? Now, there's a lot of crime in this area. I know absolutely everyone. That includes the kids around here as well. A lot of the teenage boys are pretty, wild. They've got nothing to do. COVID completely wrecked their lives. So they're looking for issues, troubles. I'm glad that this guy hasn't stopped me from giving him a follow at the moment. And there you go, there's some more. It's very interesting. Very interesting indeed. So they're definitely searching down the alleyways. But the rate and the speed those guys were going, they would have been probably over the flyover Heath Hospital side by now. Probably on the other side of Whitchurch Road. running down the alleyways, my thought would be. But as you can see, this is Britain. I mean, when you're trying to find people who run away, there's loads of places to hide, because as you see, a lot of what we do is we have alleyways with garages and doors and gardens that people can jump over. So if you're a criminal and you're trying to get away from something, then it's a brilliant place to run away and hide, because of course you've got loads of hiding places. And the police, they have to manage that. They have to work out what to do. I mean, these boys aren't doing so bad. They're obviously, I'm onto these guys. These guys are the guys who are going place to place and having a look round. You can turn around to Maitland Park now. My bet is, because there's very little chance. The only way if you go left here would be out into the estate onto North Road, and that would be running in they would have had to run in the opposite direction to have gone there. So they're going to turn onto Maitland Park and go back, make it back across, I would believe. So here we are, it's onto Maitland Park. So as you see, they've gone off down this alleyway. It's still over on the far side of the park. Over there is where there's a police van, and that police van was where the first coppers run, and now is a nice collection of coppers. And then this is where we get to. Gents, yeah. You alright, kid? Yeah, they're treating you alright? Yeah. I know him. I know around the area, so. Yeah. He's a good kid. He's one of the nicest kids around here, I have to say, out of all the teenagers.
Thank you.
And that's alright. So, of course, so that not so much rain falls on, and they're going to pick up the kid now in the paddy wagon. So far everybody's been pretty decent to my right to hiya there. I'm going to try and be very polite. We just parked up the wagon.
I actually stayed there 3 months ago. I thought I was coming back.
This kid's actually a very nice kid. I know around the area. I don't think he's a stabber, but who knows? He's a really nice, got family boy. He just come back from Romania now, but he is a really nice, gentle fella.
Was it? Yes, man. Yo, this guy hates us, bro. It's not even a fake time. What's his name? I'm not sure, but he's done it before. Yo, these cars are here, 11, so I told you guys to take them.
There you go. There's the chaps. Most of these guys are now heavily trained in what I do, so they tend to know not to bother people like me now.
Right. Do you have any email address? Actually, no, I don't want to.
It looks like he's being released here.
Big man gonna do that. Big is money on my big man. Oh, you take it at 15. No, it's not illegal. Right, I'm in it. Oh, so I'm just getting it. What? Easily. Right, well, I'm not giving you cigarettes and vape at 15 years old.
Oh, dude, man. I'm joking. Come on, man. We all know the rules.
Nah, fair, isn't it? Fair,
So you're letting the boy go, yeah?
yeah, but that's up for him to tell you, isn't it?
Okay. I don't know. I'm a member of the community or community police officer. I'm just talking all.
I appreciate that.
all politely.
It's his
Yeah.
information. That's my guy. That's
To
provide you with that.
yeah, cool. He's a good guy. I know him, so he's a good guy.
Yeah, dude, they can't take me, bro. Like,
How's it going, man?
I'm good.
You all right?
Yeah, man.
What's been going on in your end?
Someone said, someone got stabbed and I just ran.
Yeah.
Obviously, natural instinct. And that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. So where did they get stabbed? Did they get stabbed over on the
Nothing, I
flyover?
don't think anything happened. Yo, if someone actually got stabbed here, this is a waste of time.
Yeah, I when someone said a potential stabbing incident, one of the police said, and I potential stabbing incident is different from a stabbing incident, isn't it? But they they chased you down though, didn't they?
You could be
You can't help. They're fit. They go training. Some of these boys, they probably got muscles and everything.
obviously they got muscles.
Yeah. They're the muscle.
Please, we're gonna have to take you home.
Why'd you have to take me home?
To give your property to your mother.
Nah, take the vape. Nah, this is why you gotta do that, man. Just give him the
Because
vape.
you're 15 years old, you're smoking vapes.
She
you're
knows
running away
that. She
from
knows
police.
that.
We'll have to give it. We have no responsibility for this property. Can't give them back to you. We'll have to give them back.
Yeah,
to
just take them. Just confiscate. I'm not trying to go.
Well, we've got two options, don't we? We either take you with us to speak to your mum, and you can give her your perspective on what's happened, or we take him home, these to your mum without you, and then they just
but
hear
what's
what
the
we've got to
point,
say.
bro? What's the point?
Either way, I'm going to go and speak to your mother. So what would you prefer?
Do I have to go home?
Oh no, but then you've got police turning up without you. Your mother will be worried.
Yeah, but what's
I think the
point, man? It's
responsible
just a
thing.
freaking vape.
I think the responsible thing would be to come with us. But I mean, it's for you to make that decision. It's for you to make that decision. I just wouldn't want to worry your mother. That's all I'm
What do
saying.
you have a what though? 'Cause I'm
The fact that I turn up with this stuff saying that there's been a report of stabbing and that you have run off
That
from
they
the
ain't mine
scene
though. They're the boys that ran. That's no bro.
happened to be on your person though, didn't
They've been
they?
at pockets everywhere.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Are you gonna come with me? To
There's
speak
no
to your
way
mum?
you want to come home to my yard, bro. There's actually no way. That's actually bad anymore, bro.
Have a nice one. Look after yourself.
It's a vape, man. What are you actually going to tell her?
I like this kid. I really do. He's a nice guy. Okay. Dude, good luck. Remember, don't tell him anything. Until you got your solicitor there.
Put it up, please. I don't have to think.
Good luck, man. Look after yourself. He goes, cop is checking how many cigarettes he can steal. Have a little check in there. See what's going on. Oh, stick him in the side. Confiscated goods. Oh. So they treated him quite well, but maybe they treated him quite well because there was a camera there as well. But he is a really nice. I mean, the tough kids around here, the rough kids around here, they're all pretty much sweet kids. I've spoken to loads of them. I've told them off on occasion. You know, some of them quad biking around in the park and stuff. But most of them are relatively sweet kids. got a nice personality to them, and they don't really do that much bad, just the normal everyday kid stuff. Where he's going to go back to his mum now. His mum's going to be a bit pissed by the looks of it. So let's see what's going on over here, see if we can gather any more information across the park from this riot van which is over here, because yeah. This is Maitland Park. The riot van's already going. It's already seeing me coming and starting to do a U-turn, getting out of here as quickly as possible. Again, it's surprising that they don't ask members of the community who know people any questions. So, you know, really, if I was a police officer, I would be thinking, there's this guy who knows the guy we've got. He knows, you know, the area quite well. Maybe we should speak to him. But they don't do it. Hello, little one. How's it going? How's it going, little dog? Yeah. So I was being attacked by a little puppy in a very cute way. There they go. They're off. And that's it. They're going. Now you can hear the other sirens approaching down the bottom. So I would assume that someone has been stabbed just down here. The reason why I noticed there was something going on was because the kid you just saw there and another kid were just running past the house at high speed being chased by police. So the event had just happened and they were being chased from this direction, and this is basically the only direction you can come from where they were being chased. So I would assume that stabbing happened near the flyover Manakti or Cabalfa, because just before I'd seen the same two kids walking past the house, and I was saying to one of my friends, that's that really nice kid, the one he's really nice to his sister, so I like it, you know. He's got a younger sister and he's a really sweet kid, and you could tell that he's like kind to people, nice to people. He's not a stabber. Don't believe any of that. I don't believe any of it. But it's clear that somewhere around here there's been an event, and I'm not sure whether or not I'll be able to find it. But it sounds like a stabbing incident rather than a stabbing. So maybe an attempt to stab, threaten with a knife, something along those lines. I mean, for kids around in the area, that will mean plenty of time. So here you go. You see a car up this way. That's likely that the stabbing's taken place under the flyover. If they got one of those, and that's it looks like a quick response unit, then it's likely the stabbing event has taken place underneath the flyover, and so they're blocking it up here for whichever reason. And let's go under the flyover and see if we can trace where this event's happened. The flyover here, this is the Cardiff Cabalfa interchange. It's a big roundabout, leads to the different main roads, the A470s, A48s, a couple other roads down there. And these can be rough, you know. I used to walk back here every night from a hotel I worked down in Whitchurch, and it can be a bit rough, you know, these areas. Sometimes there's kids hanging down in these subways. I mean, you can tell by the looks of them and by where it's placed. And it's placed between, you know, a fairly residential area and what's over there, Cabalfa, like half privately owned, some publicly owned estate housing that's going on. Now I can't see where the police are here, but they've got to be around here somewhere. So you see, this is the Cabalfa interchange. It goes over the main road. There is a police wagon there, moving up Maybe that's returning to base now. Who knows? It's quite hard to get an idea of where there might be the crime itself. But it would probably be either the Manakti estate over there or Cabalfa estates over there. Could be under any one of these bridges. These bridges, of course, are littered with sick graffiti nowadays. I mean, it's really good. They used to wash them off all the time. What a waste of money that is. Wash off such pretty graffiti. It makes no sense whatsoever. It's like so old people can feel like they live in the 30s or something. That's not the way it is nowadays, you know? It's not the way it is. There is some sick graffiti around here. There you go. Up on the other side of the Cabalfa estates. Can't see hide nor hair of any coppers. There's a park over there. Haiti Park, I think it is. I never remember. But the likelihood is, if there's been an event, it's been somewhere over some of these houses over here. It's where some of the, there's a bit of crime around here. Can't help a bit of crime, but I may just be walking around for ages, finding nothing if I continue down here. So I'll probably get to where it branches off into Cabalfa on the end of this wall here, and then turn around and go the other way. But it was worth seeing, making sure the police were up to good jobs. We're doing a good job. We weren't breaking anybody's rights. That's what we're meant to do. People who know the law are meant to protect people who don't know the law. It doesn't matter if you're a lawyer, legal advisor, solicitor. If you know what's going on in the world, then you want to make sure that you protect the people who don't know what's going on in the world. Okay, so that's what we're doing most of the time. Here we go. So, seen more sirens down there. So here we go. This is maybe the ambulance coming back or responding properly. So, I'm not sure, but like I said, I got to the end of the wall, and then you get another clue, and there's another copper car, another van, going around a roundabout there. Suggests that they've decided, okay, the kids who ran away from the scene of the crime weren't probably guilty. Those kids were probably running away for fear of their life. The one kid that they caught up with is a really, like I say, he's a really pleasant kid. He's really nice. He's not a harm to anybody, never is. So, there must be something else going on, other response happening. Let's see if we can find out where it is, but I can't promise we will. Because of course, these things are pretty much hard to figure out when you don't know where they've come from or where they're happening. I should have asked the kid before he got into the car, where did it happen really? But you live and learn. You learn about the things that you should say after you say them. And then you know to do them next time, and you know to advise other people to do them too. So if I was going to give advice to someone else doing auditing, it would be ask as many questions when the police have given up custody for a short amount of time of someone. Ask as many questions as possible. See if you can get some sort of answer going on. Because otherwise, later on, you'll be walking around not being able to work out what has actually happened and where it actually happened. So, my thought is that they're probably going up this way. It's another way up towards where some of the kids from Cabalfa hang out. Some more subways just over by the pub there. There's student housing over here. There's a really nice area called the Heath over here, which is next to Heath Hospital, which is over that way. And Birch Grove, we're entering into the Birch Grove area. Probably going just down to the hospital. Hospital turning is that turning there, so there's a lot of ambulances that come by here with their sirens blaring, of course, because that's the last stretch of the emergency run for emergency vehicles. So just on my way back now from hunting for the villainy, hunting for the villainy or the police, either one, it doesn't make a difference. Was unable to track down the source of the issue. Followed a few blaring sirens here, yellow coats here, an ambulance or two there, but still unable to find what I was looking for, which is whatever was happening down this way. And so, heading my way back now, making my way back. Well, years ago, I was more scared of this area because I didn't, tend to talk to people. I was like everybody else. I was closed up. And ironically, it was during the pandemic where that changed for me very much so. I knew that people didn't really know what was going on, and I tried to tell a load of people what was going on, and I started talking with people and started getting more connected with my area. It was clear that I needed to be. So now I kind of know what's going on around here. I know all of the kids around here. I'm less scared around here. It doesn't mean nothing's ever going to happen to me because I know everybody. It might actually be more reason why something happens, because I talk with the wrong person too much and it turns out to be a bad day. Lots of people are like that, They're good until they're not. You've got to kind of accept that with humanity. People are good until the moment when they realise they don't want to be good anymore. So, around that time is when you have to notice it yourself, have to be aware of it, and you can only be aware of it with a little bit of experience behind you, under your belt, as they say. You can only be aware of what's going to go on and what the risk is by knowing the elements at play. These girls are dangerous in the middle of the road. So that was a nice little journey to see if we could find anybody interesting. The police did an alright job there, probably. They chased the wrong people, but they were people who were running away, so it's not a surprise. Now in America, those kids may have been shot. I mean, can you imagine being 14, 15 years old, seeing a stabbing, then running away and the police chasing you and grabbing you? Like, in this country, you're like, fuck. And then, hopefully, you have to hope that that doesn't continue on like that. Something happens. But in someone else's, in another country, so in the States or somewhere where they have guns, they could very well kill you. And very well shoot you. So, because they'll just assume that you're running away and see you as a danger or a threat. So that's pretty extreme in that sense.
It's been a great reset for the post-corona era.